If you've been wondering whether you might be one of the millions of Americans receiving higher Social Security, SSI, or SSDI payments, or even a potential one-time check that could exceed $5,000, then stay right where you are. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down the newest and most important information coming out of the Social Security Administration. And trust me, this is the kind of update that people usually find out about too late. By the time their neighbor or someone on social media mentions it, the payments are already being processed and they have no idea how to check their own eligibility. But you are here on USA Benefits Update, and that means you get your information early, clearly, and accurately. Today's story is much bigger than a simple monthly increase. Yes, the new COLA is raising payments, and yes, SSI and SSDI recipients are getting more money, but there is another layer to this update that most people have not heard about. When you hear headlines like $5,000 plus checks or massive benefit raise, it's easy to think it's clickbait. But what's actually happening behind the scenes is that certain beneficiaries, especially those who receive high Social Security earnings, delayed retirement credits, retroactive adjustments, or state-added supplements, may receive lump sum increases or corrected back pay that together can exceed $5,000. This is not for everyone, and it's not guaranteed, but it is real, and people do receive them every single year when new benefit adjustments take effect. Before we go deeper, welcome back to USA Benefits Update, the place where millions come for trusted information about Social Security, SSI, SSDI, stimulus programs, and government assistance. If you're new here, consider subscribing, because every decision you make about your benefits can affect your monthly income for life. Now let's go into the full details of this major update and what it means for you. Every year, the Social Security Administration adjusts benefits using something called the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. This adjustment is based on inflation, which is measured through the Consumer Price Index. When prices go up in the real world, benefits must also increase. That way seniors, disabled individuals, and low-income families don't fall behind. For the upcoming year, the COLA raise is generating a lot of discussion because it is aligning with new federal guidelines, updated benefit maximums, and several state-level modifications that dramatically affect the final amount beneficiaries receive. Now here's where the $5,000 figure becomes possible. Social Security has a maximum benefit for people who delay retirement until age 70 and who paid the highest allowed taxes during their work years. Those individuals are already near the benefit cap, meaning their monthly payments are among the highest in the country. When COLA increases go into effect, even a small percentage increase for those individuals can translate into large dollar amounts. Multiply a higher monthly payment by 12, add delayed credits, plus any state-level boosts or retroactive corrections, and you get a number that legitimately goes above $5,000. For people receiving SSDI, the same situation can happen if their disability approval includes back pay that was delayed or recalculated. And for SSI recipients, some states offer generous supplements that increase total benefit levels beyond the standard federal maximum, especially when yearly adjustments stack together. But let's shift the focus to what most viewers actually want to know: how much will the average person receive, and who qualifies for the new higher payments? The good news is that every single Social Security recipient, retirees, SSDI recipients, survivors will automatically receive the new raise. SSI recipients will also see their payments increase at the start of the new year. So even if you're not among the highest earners, even if your check isn't thousands of dollars, you are still getting more money in your account. And with rent, groceries, utilities, and healthcare continuing to rise, every additional dollar helps relieve pressure. If you're wondering how you can check your new amount, the fastest and safest way is through your My Social Security online account. When the SSA releases the updated benefit letters, they appear instantly in your account. No waiting for paper mail, no delays, and no confusion. Inside the letter, you'll see your new monthly amount, any deductions for Medicare if applicable, and the final total that will show up in your bank account. If you notice anything incorrect, such as outdated address, wrong banking information, or missing credits, you should fix it immediately, because errors in your account can delay or reduce your payments. Another important detail that people often misunderstand is how back pay and recalculations work. Sometimes the SSA identifies incorrect reporting of earnings, late submissions from employers, or misclassified disability information. When they correct these issues, the beneficiary is owed the difference for all affected months. Those corrections can result in a one-time lump sum payment. And depending on the length of time and the benefit level, that lump sum can easily be several $1,000s. This is one of the reasons we hear about $5,000 checks, not because the monthly payments suddenly jump $5,000, but because the adjustments accumulate into a single payout. Let's talk about SSDI specifically for a moment. SSDI beneficiaries often experience back pay because disability approval can take months or even years. When a case is finally approved, the SSA pays the back pay in a lump sum or split into several installments. If the approval timing overlaps with new COLA increases, beneficiaries may see higher retroactive amounts because each applicable month is recalculated with the updated numbers. This is where large checks come from, and many SSDI applicants do not realize just how big their final payout might be until it arrives. Now let's discuss state supplements for SSI. Not every state offers additional SSI money, but many do. States like California, New York, New Jersey, and a handful of others provide extra payments on top of the federal amount. These supplements are sometimes adjusted separately from the federal COLA. When both increases combine, the final payment can rise significantly. And if the state applies the adjustment retroactively, beneficiaries may receive a bonus payment that stacks with their regular increase. Again, not everyone will receive this, but those who live in supplement states should stay closely informed. Another factor affecting this entire update is the Social Security taxable maximum, the highest income amount that can be taxed for Social Security in a given year. When this income maximum rises, future beneficiaries who worked high-earning jobs will qualify for higher eventual retirement benefits. This change doesn't affect current retirees' earnings history, but it does affect the highest possible payouts that are used to calculate some future maximum benefits. So when you see people online mentioning checks above $5,000, understand that these outcomes depend on decades of earnings and delayed claiming decisions. Now here's the part one want every viewer to take seriously: scammers increase their activity during COLA season. They call people pretending to be from the Social Security Administration. They say things like you've been approved for the new $5,000 check or your benefits will be paused unless you verify your identity. These are scams. The SSA will never call you asking for bank information, passwords, social security numbers, gift cards, or prepaid cards. Your benefit increase is automatic. You do not apply for it. You do not pay for it. You do not need to verify anything over the phone. Stay alert and protect your personal information. Now let's talk payment schedule. Your exact payment date depends on your birth date for Social Security retirement and SSDI. If your birthday falls on the 1st through the 10th, you get paid on the 2nd Wednesday of the month. If it falls on the 11th through the 20th, your payment arrives on the 3rd Wednesday. If it falls on the 21st through the 31st, your payment hits on the 4th Wednesday. SSI is always paid on the 1st of the month unless that day falls on a weekend or holiday. That means some months you'll receive your payment earlier, but it does not mean you're receiving an extra payment. It's simply moved forward. For people who receive both Social Security and SSI at the same time, their Social Security check is usually paid on the 3rd of the month. This makes it easier for the SSA to split your payments without confusion. And if you receive state supplements, those payments may arrive separately, depending on your state. If you're hoping to maximize your future Social Security benefits, the biggest decision is when you choose to claim. Claiming at 62 gives you your money early but at its lowest rate. Waiting until full retirement age gives you 100% of your benefit. Waiting until 70 increases your benefit by up to 30%. These delayed credits are one of the reasons high earners can reach benefit levels above $5,000. It takes patience, but the payoff can be massive. Another tip: always read every inbound letter from the SSA. Many people throw away official notices because they think they're junk mail. But those notices may include important updates about Medicare deductions, earnings adjustments, benefit changes, or your COLA increase. If you are receiving disability payments, they may also include work reviews or reporting requirements you must fulfill to keep your benefits active. Before we wrap up today's update, let's talk about expectations. Not everyone will receive a giant check. Most beneficiaries will see modest increases that make life a little easier but won't drastically change their monthly finances. The $5,000 check mainly applies to people whose benefits were already high or whose payments require retroactive adjustments. However, every viewer watching this can expect an increase, and more importantly, an opportunity to catch errors, check supplements, confirm eligibility, and secure all the money owed to you. This is why channels like USA Benefits Update exist, to make sure you never miss an opportunity, never overlook a payment, and never fall behind because the government failed to notify you properly. My mission is to bring clarity to a system that often feels confusing, slow, and overwhelming. And as long as you're subscribed, you'll always stay one step ahead. Thank you for watching USA Benefits Update. If this information helped you, please give this video a like, share it with someone who receives Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next round of updates. Your benefits matter, your financial stability matters, and you deserve to know the truth behind every policy change. This is USA Benefits Update, and I'll see you in the next video.